Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from beautiful Costa Rica. Today's topic is going to be what lies behind the mask. Think about that for a minute. Guys, if you like the content, please subscribe. So, what lies behind the mask of the narcissist is an intriguing thing. It's a person who is not who they appear to be, nor will they ever. The mask is something that they wear, that they utilize to get what they want from people, to extract things, resources, time, money, energy, love, attention, respect. The mask is something that the narcissist wears to hide their true selves. And what lies behind it is a person, an individual, who is a coward, a bully, somebody who wants to abuse, someone who wants to not be accountable, someone who wants to not have any consequences to their actions. What lies behind the mask is someone who knows one thing, which is how to manipulate people, how to play the victim, how to play in their heartstrings, how to get individuals to do what the narcissist wants them to do. And this person that wears the mask, the narcissist, they know exactly what they're doing each and every time. They're manipulating people. Yes, they do. An example of that would be if you were ever in a toxic narcissistic relationship. Remember, the narcissist was two different people. They were one person behind closed doors, which is where you most likely suffered most of the abuse, and they were a perfectly different person out in the general public, which is where they wore the mask many times. It's a clear illustration, it's a fact, it's the truth, it's the way it works. Keep in mind, what lies behind the mask is not something you want to see. Many times it's not until you get discarded, or the relationship has dissolved, or you ended it, or you left it, because you've seen and tolerated too many things that illustrated poor behavior, let's put it that way. You ignored your red flags and you didn't trust your instincts or intuition because you wanted to work in the relationship with the narcissist for the relationship. But what you figured out eventually was you were working for them exclusively, only you weren't being paid. You were what I call the unpaid helper. Created a video on that. But what lies behind the mask of the narcissist, it's not a pretty sight. It's a person who is actually nervous. They're scared. They don't want to be exposed. They know that they blow up families, marriages, relationships, friendships, businesses. They blow up every relationship they can ever get their hands on. And yes, that's exactly what they do. That's why, let's say you were born into a narcissistic family. Well, the narcissist in your family, did they ever get along with anybody? No, they didn't. They needed attention. They needed disruption. They needed manipulation, lies, deceit, destruction. They wanted their fair share and your fair share of whatever it was. It's exactly what they wanted. But what lies behind the mask of the narcissist, it's something that will blow your mind when you see the mask slip once and for all. This person perhaps you fell in love with, or was a business associate or a friend, when they finally put the last nail in the coffin per se, and they let that mask slip, maybe after a couple months, maybe after years, maybe after decades, but they show you exactly who they are. It's chilling, it's bone chilling, it's eerie, it's frightening, it's scary, it's real. It is evil incarnate. Yes, I mean that. Because a healthy individual, a person that loved you or cared about you in any capacity, they would not be able to wear a mask. They would not be able to manipulate people and to steal and take from them and institute or start smear campaigns. They would not want destruction. They would not want to hurt another individual and hurt them repeatedly over and over. Yet that's what the narcissist does. That's what they want. That's what they're doing right now, walking all over this planet called Earth. It's a fact. Keep in mind again, it's not until you get the education on channels like mine and many others about the narcissistic abusive cycle and how this affected you for a period of time, which was the length of the relationship, that you see the light and you do the inner work and you insulate yourself, you protect yourself, you heal. You now have boundaries in place, or my hope is you're instilling boundaries and you're growing, learning, becoming awakened and aware, and you're understanding all these things that I mentioned on the channel, that yes, narcissism it's prevalent. So consider this, if you will. The mask of the narcissist, what lies beneath it? Another way you could look at it is, it doesn't have to be a physical person. Maybe it's that person that you're texting, we're texting on a dating app or on some mobile app, and you thought that this person was a healthy individual. They turn out to be a narcissist. Get my point? The narcissist is everywhere. It's not just the physical part when you see the mask slip, although that's unlike anything you've ever experienced before. If you've seen it, drop comments below. But the narcissist mask, it's everywhere. It's behind social media. It's on dating apps. It's in friendships, working, business relationships. It's in marriages. It's siblings. It's neighbors. It's clergymen. It's everywhere. And you need to understand that this does exist. It has affected your life for a period of time. And when you see what you've seen, you can't unsee it. Play that again. That means once you've seen the narcissist mask slip once and for all, you can't unsee it. You can't go backwards. That's why you owe it to yourself to protect yourself and research and do as much due diligence on this topic as you can. Keep in mind, again, people on my channel, you're becoming educated, awakened, aware. You're sharing your experiences, your wisdom. You're sharing your journey. You're sharing yourself with the community, and that's beautiful. That's how we all get stronger, by the collective mind that we are all embracing and sharing our wisdom and our experiences with each other. That's the path. Keep in mind, again, before you found my channel, most likely you were alone. You were isolated. You saw the mask slip from the narcissist many times, but you couldn't identify it because you didn't have the education. You didn't know where to turn. And then, lo and behold, you typed in Google or YouTube, boom, here you are on the channel, and you found a whole community. It's kind of like you were in the ocean in a life raft, floating around with no help, no oars, nothing, no guidance, no direction. And yet, every night, a massive storm would roll in and rock that boat and send any direction it wanted to be sent in, but you didn't know where it was going. And then, lo and behold, after days, weeks, months, years, decades, you finally ran ashore in this boat. And who was there? That's right, we were there. We are there. All of us, all the people that have seen the mask slip, all of us that know what lies behind the mask of the narcissist. We're all the community. We are all loving, giving, kind. We are here to support each other, help build each other up, help share experiences, insight, wisdom, and understand that we will not allow this to happen to us again. But getting back on track, what lies behind the mask of the narcissist, it's not a pretty sight, it's not at all. It's one of cowardice, of nervousness, of anxiety, of fear, a fear of being exposed, a fear of blowing up another relationship without having another source of supply lined up. It's a fear of people actually knowing that this person is just a bully and that they have no self-confidence. They steal other people's ideas, they steal other people's money, they steal people's identity. And you know exactly what I'm talking about if you were in a relationship for a long period of time, how you lost your sense of self, which is your identity. But the narcissist knows this, and they know that they will glom on and leapfrog from person to person that is unsuspecting, that doesn't have the education or the awakening or the awareness on the narcissistic abusive cycle. And that next person will be the new supply. And when that course of the relationship runs its limit, there's going to be another new supply lined up. Unfortunately, that's the toxic narcissistic abusive cycle in a nutshell. It's how it works. And you know what I'm talking about because you're here on the channel becoming educated. And at one point, you were in the relationship. You were part of the cycle. My hope is no longer are you part of the cycle, that you've removed yourself, gone no contact, blocked, deleted, removed flying monkeys and all people associated with the narcissist, and you've taken yourself or removed yourself from the toxic narcissistic energy. That's what you must do. That's the path. That is how you heal. And when you heal, you become stronger. Remember, again, on this channel, I mentioned frequently, there are three versions of you. There's the version of you before you met the narcissist or understood narcissism. There's the version of you in the narcissistic abusive cycle when you're in the fog, the narcissistic fog, and you don't know what's going on and you're confused. You have no idea what's up or down, in or out, because you've been brainwashed and you lost your identity to the narcissist. Then there's the version of you, which is the version, my hope, is you right now. You've healed or you are healing, or you're well along your way on the healing path right now, and you're getting education. You're understanding that you are the priority, that you come first, second, and third, and that no longer will you tolerate poor behavior in any capacity. Why? Because you now have boundaries in place. And you know what? Seeing the mask slip, seeing what's behind the narcissistic mask, if you see it once, that's more than enough. You don't want to see it again. Again, I'm not trying to trigger you, I'm letting you know. That's a one-time thing. Most people never get to see it. It's not like you want to see it. Why? Because you didn't want to be in the relationship in the first place. And that's not the way it is. The way it is, you were. And now you need to take this education and insulate yourself so you don't see another narcissistic mask slip, because you don't want to be around for it. These are energy vampires. They take, and when they're done, that's right, they take more. That's why you must remove yourself from these relationships as soon as possible, if not now, when. Guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from beautiful Costa Rica. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon. Stay true, stay strong, continue to become awakened and aware, and understand what lies behind the mask of the narcissist. It's not a pretty sight. It's not good. It's an insecure individual who is manipulating, who's destructive, who's deceitful, who lies, and who just wants to ruin people's lives. All the narcissist cares about is one person, and it's themselves. Guys, no matter where you are on the planet, I love you. God bless you. Have a great evening. You are not alone. Continue to move forward each and every day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a great evening, and I hope you like the background. All right, bye-bye.